Hi there everyone, and welcome to this webinar where we will present Report Generator to you all. Report Generator is a new tool that makes TCO Certified even more valuable than we have been before. Report Generator allows organizations to create customized sustainability reports on their IT products portfolios based on the independent verified data and claims covered by the stringent social and environmental criteria of TCO Certified. And you will, of course, have the possibility to ask questions towards the end. So my name is Dennis Svärd. I am the Global PR Manager of TCO Development, the organization behind the IT Sustainability Certification TCO Certified. I will be your host today, and we are broadcasting from our headquarters in Stockholm, Sweden, where we have cloudy weather today. All right, so we had a little technical issues here before, but now I think we have our colleague Clare Hobby with us. Clare is our Global Director Purchaser Engagement at TCO Development. Clare, maybe you can start tell a little about what it is that you do.
Thank you, Dennis, and I'm hoping everyone can hear me now. I think I was the technical difficulties. So thanks again, Dennis, for that kind introduction. Yes, very excited to be with everyone today to launch Report Generator. And firstly, I want to recognize the many organizations throughout the world who have decided to use TCO Certified to select and identify more sustainable IT products. We're seeing an enormous uptake amongst the private and public sector alike as TCO Certified as a trusted tool to ask vendors and suppliers to deliver certified models that help meet their sustainability goals. So we also know that many of you are curious about measuring and getting a closer look at what sort of impact you can have when you use TCO Certified in your IT procurement. And with that in mind, we're very pleased to release Report Generator to you today. And what Report Generator really does is allow you to have that more visibility, that more transparency, and the kinds of impacts you can start to track when you of the certified models that you buy. So with Report Generator, you're going to get some verified data and also some claims connected to the four main pillars of TCO Certified, and those are climate, substances, circularity, and supply chain. And we know that these are four critical areas where there's emerging regulations, emerging requirements from your stakeholders, everywhere from employees to suppliers to your customers. So we know these are very important areas for you to get some more insights in, a little bit more transparency and some data and some language you can use in your own sustainability reporting and tracking. So how you're going to use Report Generator, and Hannes will show us exactly how to do it. You're going to have the opportunity to simply go to our product finder on our website. You'll then select what we're calling a product portfolio. So you'll get your product list, mark them off in the product finder, and then you'll be able to have the opportunity to generate a customized IT product sustainability report based on those specific models. So you'll enter the quantity you're buying, you'll enter their location of use, and how long you intend to use those products. And Hannes will walk us through that whole process in just a few minutes. So we're really excited to launch it to you. We're excited to see you use it. We're also really looking forward to your feedback. This is our first foray into the world of measurement tools. So of course we will be developing Report Generator over time. So we're definitely looking forward to your feedback. And finally, if you're one of those people who is not yet using TCO Certified in your organization, we'd love for you to go and take a look. You can visit our website, and there you'll be able to reach out to one of our purchaser support specialists in a variety of locations and variety of languages too, and they'll be happy to help you get going. So back to you, Dennis.
Yeah, thanks, Claire. And as you mentioned, we have another colleague on the call as well, Hannes Mäki, who is our digital strategy manager here at TCO Development. And Hannes, welcome.
Thank
Why
you.
don't you start with telling us why you have been invited to this webinar?
Yes, so hello everybody. I'm really happy to be here. My name is Hannes Mäki and I have been involved in the development of Report Generator. So you will see me very soon doing a walkthrough of the whole tool. So I'm here to answer questions regarding either the walkthrough or more technical questions regarding the tool.
Great, Hannes. And let's get down to business. Let's see what Report Generator looks like. And Hannes, we have a pre-recorded actually walkthrough of the tool with you. And the reason is that this will also be available on our website later. So, and before we start the pre-recording here, I just want to ask you to please take the opportunity to ask questions in the chat while we're looking at the demo. All right, so let's have a look at the video.
Hello and welcome. My name is Hannes Mäki and I am one of the developers of Report Generator. And today I will show you how to create your very own first IT product sustainability report using this tool. And then we will also go through that report page by page and look at its contents. So let's begin. What you can see now on the screen is the start page of Report Generator. And here you can find some basic instructions or information on what this tool is, and also an overview of the impact areas included in the report. So we have climate, substances, circularity, and supply chain. If you want to read more about these areas yourself, you can scroll all the way down and you will find a link that says Report Generator Info, where you can read more in depth about these areas and how they are covered in the report. But I will explain more about that later, so we don't have to do that right now. So what we want to do is to create our report. So then we press this big green button that says Create Your Report. What you find then is a form where you select the content that your customized report will be based on. So the first we have to do is to give the report a name. I will name this report demo. And then you can see that the field organization is already filled in, and that is retrieved from the user account that you are logged into. But you can change this or add if you want to. So I can, let's say, demo depth if I want to be more specific. And this is just that would be printed on the report. It doesn't have any other meaning. And then the third field is named country of use. And here you should select where in the world the products are or are planned to be used. And this is very important because it will affect the scope 2 emissions, the scope 2 carbon emissions, which is the carbon emissions related to the electricity consumption of the products. So let's start typing in here and you will get alternatives, and I will select Great Britain. And after that, you are prompted to select products from your product list. And the product list is basically the products that you have saved using Product Finder. And Product Finder is our database of all certified products. So you just go in there and then you find the product that you are using in your organization or are interested in for some other reason. And when you have found that product in the Product Finder, you just press Add to Product List, and then it will end up here. And for this demonstration, I will select one desktop, one display, one notebook, and one all-in-one PC. You select products by checking these checkboxes furthest to the left. And the next step you have to do is to select the quantity, how many of each model that you are using within your organization, and also for how long. And for simplicity, I will say that we have 1,000 of each, and they are used for 3 years. All right. And the next thing is a question that says, was TCO Certified cited in your procurement specifications for these products? And no, they weren't, because this is just a demo. And then I have to verify that I have to confirm that I have read and accepted the terms and agreements of using report generator and content generated while using it. And that's it. Now we have selected products. We have typed in how many we have typed in how many years they will be used, and we have typed in some basic information. So now we're all done to create our report, and you do that by press this green button that says Generate Report. So here it is, the brand new IT sustainability report that we just created. You can download it as a PDF using the button in the top right corner, but we won't do that right now. So let's take a look at the report page by page. On the cover page, you have the information that you typed in. And on the second page, you have a text that describes how specifying TCO certified in your IT procurement is contributing to creating more sustainable life cycles for IT products. And you also have a short summary of the chapters included in this report and some pointers on how to use it. On the next page, you can read about the verified data and the claims in this report, and also see a table that contains the products that you choose to base this report on. So on our next page, we have our first impact area, which is climate. And this chapter provides data on the carbon emissions of your product portfolio. In section A, you can see the total carbon footprint of your product portfolio, but also by each product model. Emissions are divided into scope 2, which is the use phase, and scope 3, which is related to the supply chain and the manufacturing of the products. The product carbon footprint are these two combined. In section B, you can see a breakdown of the total carbon footprint by scope and by product category as a percentage of aggregated emissions from the whole product portfolio. And in section C, you can see the annualized product carbon footprint from your portfolio, and also how much that would decrease if you use the products longer beyond the planned use life that was entered when the report was created. And then you have a graph that visualizes this yearly annualized reduction, and then a section that describes the methodology on how these product carbon footprints were calculated. On the next page, we have our second impact area, which is substances. And here you are provided with a number of verified claims regarding chemicals that are used in the products in the report. For example, that products included in this report contains independently assessed and benchmarked safer flame retardants, plasticizers, and cleaners as listed on the TCO Certified Accepted Substance list. On the next page, we have our third impact area, which is circularity. And this chapter provides data that helps organizations to set goals and track those goals regarding the use of materials. How much plastics do you use? How much recycled plastics do you use? and what is the potential e-waste that your organization can generate yearly. So in section A, you have the material footprint. So here you can see the total weight of different types of materials within the product portfolio. And in section B, you have a breakdown of the product portfolio by weight, by category, and by material type. And then you have a section about the methodology that is used to calculate these. On the next page, you have the yearly e-waste reduction potential by product. So similar to the section C of the climate chapter, you can see here how the potential to generate e-waste each year is decreased for each year your products is used longer within your organization. And you also have a visualization regarding this. And on the last page, we have the supply chain impact area. And here you are provided with verified claims regarding the supply chains of the products in the report. For example, that products included in this report are manufactured in final assembly factories where the working conditions are independently verified to comply with all social and environmental supply chain criteria in TCO Certified. And you are also provided with the number of affected workers in the final assembly of the products in this report. And this was the last page of the report. So now we come to the end of this walkthrough. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you very much, Hannes. That's really impressive. Anything you would like to add to this walkthrough, maybe? How has the development process been?
Yeah, sure. Most of all, I just want to give a big thank you to the team who have made this possible, and also to all the purchasers who have participated and provided feedback and been a part of the development process so far. We have appreciated this collaboration a lot, and we are looking forward to continue with the same work going forward.
Perfect. Thank you, Hannes. And we have some questions, actually. We have a lot of questions coming in. So this is really great. And maybe we can start, we can start maybe with the question, can the data included in the report generator be used in existing reporting frameworks? And Claire, I guess that's a question for you maybe to answer.
Thanks, Dennis. So we did receive quite a lot of questions on this topic during the development of Report Generator. We know a lot of you out there are using a pretty wide variety of reporting frameworks, CDP, science-based targets, for example. Considering the emergence of many different measurement platforms and a lot of regulatory movement in this space, we haven't developed Report Generator with specific frameworks in mind. We feel that we kept pretty close to the core topic of the IT products that we certify and the kind of data and claims that we can deliver connected to that. So I guess my answer would be, to organizations using Report Generator, you can feel free to use it, explore it within that framework landscape that you're already using. We also know there's a variety of organizations out there simply measuring something called sustainable spend. So hopefully there's something here for people who are just starting on that measurement journey, as well as organizations who are a little bit more advanced. So I hope that answers the question.
Thanks, Claire. And I actually got a question here as well. Will the webinar be recorded and shared? And the answer to that is yes. We will share it both on our website, and if you have signed up to this webinar, you will receive an email, I hope tomorrow, with a link to this webinar as well. All right, so let's see what else questions do we have. Hannes, I think this is for you. When you show the number of final assembly workers, what is that based upon?
Yes, this is a good question. One product model is often made in several final assembly factories. And in order to certify a product according to TCO Certified, all of these factories need to be in compliance with the criteria. So the number of the affected workers in the report is the number of workers reported in the most recent audit reports from all the final assemblies that is listed for the product models that is included in the report. And then we have rounded it up to the nearest 100 for, to make it easier. Yeah.
Thanks, Hannes.
Dennis?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm just wondering if I might jump in there. Something I've been receiving a lot of questions about recently, and maybe people aren't aware, is that this is a key aspect of TCO Certified, that, we don't just cover the environmental aspects of IT, but there is this whole body of work going on in supply chain, in the manufacturing of these products. So when Hannes is talking about the number of final assembly workers impacting, these are the workers that are subject to that ongoing monitoring, social auditing work in those factories that we monitor just as part of our system for every certified product. So I just thought it might be useful for listeners to really get clear that you're covering not only environmental aspects here, but also social responsibility and ethical aspects in the supply chain, which is becoming more and more important in several parts of the world.
Thanks for jumping in, Claire. Really good explanation on this. Wow, we have a lot of questions here. So, Hannes, maybe we just can start with who can use Report Generator? That's a good basic question, I guess.
Yes, anyone can use it. The only requirement is that you create a user account on our website, tcocertified.com, and that is completely free, because the vision of TCO Certified is to create sustainable life cycles for IT products. And we see that we need tools and services such as Report Generator in order to achieve that vision. And it's and that is why we have choose to make this tool completely free for anyone to use.
Thanks, Hannes. Let me see here. Claire, here's a question for you, I guess. Can you explain more about your statement that it's better to use products longer than buying new products?
Yeah, this is something we talk a lot about, right? And IT products are no exception in that a lot of the climate impact of this category is embedded in the supply chain. We often talk about the 80%, right? In some cases, it's even more. So it's all about designing products to be used longer. So we're not perpetuating new manufacturing from virgin materials more than is absolutely necessary. So if we think about that 80%, we want to be using our products longer. That's actually the best thing you can do. So you've got to start thinking about first use. Could we extend our first use life in our organization from maybe your current 3 years? Could you move that out to 4, 5 years, even longer? But there's a whole second life to a lot of these products as well that we really encourage people to take a closer look at. Could you refurbish them? Could you even redeploy them in less data intensive or less computing power intensive parts of your organization to extend that life? So there's a number of different ways to do it. At the end of the day, we have to design these products for that intention. So that's part of what TCO Certified is all about as well, is designing products that are intended for longer use, intended to be refurbished, remanufactured, and used again and again, so that we're designing out waste, if you like, the circular economy mantra. So yeah, use your products longer is a great call to action.
Agree on that. So we also saw, Hannes, that you scrolled through the report. There's a lot of data in there. Can you maybe tell us a little bit about where the data comes from?
Yes, sure. If I'm going to go through every single data point, I think that will take the whole session. So I can sum it up as basically there are 3 categories. Mainly we have verified data that comes from the certification process. And then you have the user input, which is the second category. So yeah, so you mix those 3. And then we have some data that is provided by other third parties. For example, these carbon emission, the carbon intensity of electricity consumption in different countries and so on. But if you want to be know about any specific type of data, please go to our website and go to the report generator information page and read there, because there you have everything.
Yeah, there you have a lot of data actually, and we will include that link also when we send out the email tomorrow with the link to this webinar. And of course, please get back to us, an email or a phone call, and we will make sure that you get the answer to a specific part of the data. All right, moving on here. Yes, we have a question around the difference between Product Finder and Report Generator, Hannes, and I guess you can talk us through that as well.
Yeah, sure. So these are 2 different tools or services. So the Product Finder is our database for all certified products. So there is where you can basically look up all the products that are currently certified and find, as the name suggests, you can find certified products. It's the Product Finder. And then you have the Report Generator, which is a separate tool. And this is, yeah, it's supposed to, there is a connection between these 2 because all is based around the data about certified products, but they are 2 separate tools. So that's the difference, I would say.
Yes, perfect. And here we have another one, and this one is for Claire. Where can I get help to get started? That's a good question, I think.
That is a good
Yeah.
question. Yeah. So, well, like most things we do in our organization, we want it to be open access, free to use, open to use. So I would say start by going to the website, tcocertified.com. There you'll have access to Product Finder, as Hannes was talking about, and by extension, Report Generator. So you can go there, play around, have a look, try it out. We'd love to hear your feedback. But of course, if you need personal help understanding either of these services, by all means, you can get in touch. Yeah, either myself or someone in my team would be more than happy to help you.
Perfect. And Hannes, a question for you. Do I have to create one report for each country?
Yes, you have to do that. So if you are a multinational company, you still will have to create separate reports for each country. And this is something that we might add to in future generations, but for now, you have to create separate ones. And it's also very convenient because then you can give them different names, you can keep track on the different products in different areas.
Perfect. And I see that we are getting a lot of questions around specific parts of the data, and we can't go through everything in this webinar, but we will answer your questions via email afterwards when it comes to these specific data questions. All right. Hannes and Claire, do we have anything else that we want to add to this?
Yeah, if I may, Dennis, it's great that we're getting a lot of really specific questions. And I would just say, if you're interested in having more dialogue around measurement, IT, the work that we're doing, we have a group called the Purchaser Advisory Forum. And this is a group of purchasers. We started this group late last year, and it's a group of purchasers using TCO Certified who are very interested in learning from each other, digging into some of these topics. So I would encourage you put in an application. It's easy to do. It's on our website. This is a really great resource for those of you wanting to know what others are doing, peer learning from some best practices. So please consider Purchase Advisory Forum as a place to go for some of your answers as well.
Thanks, Claire. And Hannes, anything you want to add as well?
No, I think I'm good. Yeah.
That's great. Perfect. And I want to once again tell you that this webinar will be available via our website, tcocertified.com. There will also be more information about Report Generator and more insights on the specific parts of the data in the report on our website. Please feel free to contact us if you have any unanswered questions, but we will get back to you on the questions that you asked specific about the data. You can find our contact details on the website, of course, and on the screen that you will see shortly. All right, Hannes and Claire, thank you very much for this. And thanks everyone for listening in. I see you next time, I guess. Thanks.
Thank you.